Right. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome to our WWE WrestleMania Backlash prediction video. Yes, I'm back for another wrestling pay-per-view or premium live event, as they're called now. Yes, prediction video, and I'm back with Laura once again. Yes, yeah, Laura joined me. Yeah, Laura joined me for what was it, Elimination Chamber in February. I did WrestleMania with Callum, so I'm back with Laura now for the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah, so we got this last year as well. It's like the new thing they're doing. It's fine adding the WrestleMania name to the Backlash, but it's cool. Last year was a very good show, and I'm hoping this year will be good too. And I like the Edge just looking more creepy there. So yeah.
Just looking over your shoulder.
And I was like, but yes. So at the minute we have 6 matches currently announced. It does look good. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. So first match we have. Let's just get to it then. So first match we have. Let's get out of the way. Yes, we've got Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss. So yeah, these two have been a team for a while. They were feuding with Drew for what felt like months and months, and it was months and months. But that feud's finished now because when Drew beat Corbin at WrestleMania, and now they've turned on each other. Well, I think Madcap Moss has turned on Corbin. They had a big brawl last night on SmackDown, and I just don't care. I'm sorry.
That's absolutely fine because neither do I.
Laura, who have you got and why?
I'll just say Madcap Moss. I really hate this feud. Like, it's just awful. But to be fair, he is a good wrestler, but I think the character that he's had is not done him any favors. But it's given him a chance to show what he's capable of, which is fair enough. But I just don't care for this at all. Sorry, but that's how I feel. So yeah, I'd say Madcap Moss. Could be any of them, and I wouldn't be that bothered.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Madcap Moss. I think he's turned face now, hasn't he? He's become a bit of a face with turning on Baron Corbin. Who's going to win? I'm going with Baron Corbin or King. Happy Corbin. Happy Corbin. Yes, they're one of those. Yeah, just because he's the heel, and I think he lost to Drew at WrestleMania, so maybe he gets a cheeky, dirty win on Madcap Moss, and maybe there's a rematch at Hell in a Cell.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's a flip of a coin, but I'm going to say Happy Corbin just because he's the heel. He gets some heel heat by beating down Madcap Moss, but it might be an okay match, but it's not a match I want for a pay-per-view. It's a match I wouldn't watch on Raw or SmackDown, let alone a pay-per-view, whatever. Okay, so
it might turn out to surprise you. You never know.
Yeah, well, Drew and Corbin was okay at WrestleMania. It's just no one cared about that match. Okay, moving on.
It's one of those, if you see it against the rest of the matches, you kind of go, oh, it's a bit of a filler, isn't it?
It is a bit of a filler match, just to fill out the pay-per-view. So yeah, okay. Well, moving on. Okay, yeah, we have another singles match. Yes, most of this pay-per-view is singles matches, but yes, we have Bobby Lashley going up against Omos with MVP. So yeah, so at WrestleMania, Bobby Lashley beat Omos clean. I think it was Omos' first pinfall loss. Quite a big deal. And then the next night, MVP turned on Bobby Lashley. all the time they've been together, all through the hit business, and when Bobby Lashley was champion, I couldn't believe it. MVP, how could you? And he sided with Omos, and now this is the feud. It's been what it has been. It's just not that. I mean, I like Bobby Lashley, I like MVP, but it's not really doing it for me. This, and I get trying to build Omos as like maybe the next big monster, but they've already kind of ruined that with Bobby Lashley beating him at WrestleMania. Then they had a clean. Then they had an arm wrestling contest, which Bobby Lashley won. So they're already making Omos look rubbish. So even if he's got MVP now, what's the Laura? Who have you got? Why?
I say Omos. On this one, Omos. And purely because he's now got MVP in his corner. I don't think there's going to be any other reason. It's like you said, is they picked him up to be the next big giant, but then they've not really supported that by everything that's happened in the run up to Backlash. So I say Omos, but just for the MVP reason. Who knows what could happen? He'll bring his stick, he'll hit someone with it, and the usual MVP.
Yeah, I agree. I think Omos will win this. Well, I think he has to win it because he lost at WrestleMania. You know, he's saying it hasn't been looked that strong, really. I think Lashley's always had his number. So I think with MVP in Omos's corner, he'll do a little shenanigan or he'll hit a low blow on Lashley when the refs start looking, and Omos will win. It's pretty straightforward. And maybe I don't think the feud's over though. I think there'll be a rematch maybe. Maybe a Hell in a Cell. I think a lot of these matches the feuds might continue into Hell in a Cell. So yeah, I'm going with Omos. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, moving on. Let's have a little look. See what's next. Okay, so next up we'll go with we have a singles match. Yes, we have AJ Styles going up against Edge with Damian Priest. So yes, this is a rematch from WrestleMania as well. And I think they had a really good match at WrestleMania, AJ and Edge. And of course, at the end, well, we know before that match, Edge has turned heel. He's got like a new heel faction now with Damian Priest as one of the members because he distracted AJ, helping him win at WrestleMania, beating AJ. There's not a lot more to say really because it's just been Edge's heel faction constantly beating down poor AJ. I think some people have said this might be a tag team match. Maybe Finn Balor joins AJ and Edge and Damian. And Edge and Damian Priest. So maybe this match might not go ahead. Maybe on Raw, Finn Balor comes out to help AJ, and this turns into a tag team match. But right now it's a single match. Laura, I'll let you start. AJ Styles or Edge?
So I really enjoy the whole faction thing and the Judgment Day and everything. I really like Damian Priest as well. And I think this is what he's needed to kind of bring himself back into the limelight again. But yeah, I think they are a strong team, and it's a tough one because I think AJ Styles, there could be a potential that there could be a win, but I don't know. But my initial thought is Edge. I don't really.
It is quite tricky because you could say AJ needs a win because he lost at WrestleMania, but they're pushing Edge's faction really like that's another the next big strong heel factions, and there's going to be other members.
Poor AJ keeps getting beaten up and everything, and he's going to go in battered and bruised, and who knows what could happen. But I think other members are going to join. Apparently, Rhea Ripley and Ciampa are rumored to be joining Edge's faction in the next few weeks. That'll be cool. So there'll be four of them. Edge. I'm going to go with Edge again because I just think with Damian Priest and maybe Ciampa, like I said, or Ciampa or Rhea Ripley could maybe get involved as well. So yeah, sorry AJ, I think it's going to be another loss. Even if it's a tag team match with Finn Balor, I still think Edge and Damian Priest will get the win because they want to keep Edge's heel faction looking very strong. So yeah, sorry AJ, but that man with the evil stare is going to win again. We'll see. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight him or argue against him.
But I would say Edge's promos are just, my God, he's probably one of the best promos I've ever seen in WWE. His promos are amazing. It's just when they zoom, and he did all this. That man can act. I'm just going to say, what an act. Edge is incredible. Okay, moving on. So, let's start on with a singles match. Yes, of another rematch from WrestleMania. Lots of rematches from WrestleMania. We have Seth freaking Rollins going up against the man who returned at WrestleMania. Yes, Cody Rhodes. This is probably one of the most anticipated matches. I'm thinking, even if it's a rematch from WrestleMania, but it was such a good match at WrestleMania. I mean, we all knew Cody Rhodes was coming back, It was like the worst kept secret ever. It
It's when they already put it on the website and like on the WWE shop, and you could see all this stuff, like all the merch coming back on. You're like,
Well, their Stardust got added back to the active roster. Oh no! Like the whole Stardust. Oh no! Please don't. But no, he's back as he's back as Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Is what he was in AEW. And this is gonna. Look, I'll start with this one. It's Cody Rhodes. I think he's going to win again because they're pushing him. Well, I think he's come back on a big money contract. Vince has obviously given him assurances he's going to be pushed really strong. He's not going to become Stardust again. No way. He's going to be one of the next big stars. And I think there's a very good chance he could be the one that beats Roman. Maybe
that's a possibility.
Maybe Absolutely. At SummerSlam. Yeah, I always thought it was going to be Drew, but now I think it might be Cody instead. Maybe at SummerSlam. But anyway, that's a few months away. But for now, yes, I think Cody Rhodes will win again. But I think it's going to be a great probably match of the night between him and Seth. But yeah, Cody Rhodes to pick up the win over Seth. Laura, who have you got?
I completely agree. That I still get goosebumps even thinking about that entrance when he came back. And we all knew it was coming, but it was so good. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense for them to have, he's come back and then he starts losing matches as soon as he's back. It really undermines the move back to WWE. So I would Cody all the way.
Okay. Yep, fully agree.
I think that'll just lead to Seth is just going to get more and more frustrated, and like it really boosts his character as well because it just gets him more het up, which would be quite cool. So yeah, he might do what's to come in the future. I think he might kind of have that bit of a breakdown like Becky has as well.
Yeah, he might, or maybe he becomes a babyface again. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, Seth's taken a lot of losses this year. I just realised he lost the Rumble. I know he beat Roman, but he didn't get the belt because of the DQ. Or he lost Elimination Chamber. He got F5 by Brock. He lost at WrestleMania, and he's probably going to lose it. So poor Seth, but I don't think he really cares, does he? As long as he's having amazing matches.
He's happy to be there.
Yeah, well, he's still one of the top stars in the company, without a doubt. So, okay, moving on. What's next? Okay, might as well get to it. Yes, we have as of right now, the only title match on the card, which I found crazy. But obviously, maybe next week some matches will get re-added. Maybe Ricochet or Austin Theory will have a defense. Okay, anyway. So we have an I Quit match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Yes, a rematch from WrestleMania. Yes, we have Charlotte Flair. Woo! The SmackDown Women's Champion defending the belt up against Ronda Rousey. Yes, I'm wearing one of her old T-shirts from 2018 that I haven't worn in like ages. But yes, it's a rematch from WrestleMania. I think we all knew the feud wasn't over when at WrestleMania, Charlotte was tapping out, but the ref didn't see it, and then Charlotte just won with a big boot. It was like, I was like, what was that? But we knew there was going to be a rematch, and here we are in an I Quit match. And hopefully this is a bit of a better match because I think they had it wasn't a bad match at WrestleMania, but it wasn't. I think it could have been a lot better, and I think it was nowhere near as good as like Bianca and Becky. But
that was brilliant.
Yeah, that was like probably match of the night for both nights, maybe. But Laura, you said you had a lot to say about this feud or this match.
I've got a lot to say about it. I've got a lot of frustrations with Ronda Rousey about it. I don't know what your thoughts are, but mine, the lead up to this match, I've really been disappointed at. I just think that it's the same every week of just Ronda's mic work is pretty shocking. And it really lets the whole thing down. So I don't really, I don't believe in the whole thing. So when it comes to the match, it's like, oh, here we go again. We've seen it in, week out.
Yeah.
And what is going to be different? So, I mean, I say I'm going to put Ronda to win, but I hope that kind of calls the end of the feud. Because if it goes, I don't know how much I can take of it going on any longer.
I'm taking anymore.
I can't take it. I'm just going to break down.
Okay, so they're going to Ronda. Yeah, I fully agree here. Mike's skills are a bit shite. I think even she.
You're more honest than I am.
Yeah, she's just so bland. And she's just so, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania Backlash. I'm going to take that title. I'm going to make you tap out, Charlotte. And you're just like...
That was brilliant. That was...
and you just sat there like, wow, Ronda, you're so interesting to watch. I think what Ronda needs, she really needs like a manager, someone to speak for her. But who? Because MVP's busy
Paul
with
Heyman.
but Paul Heyman's busy with
we can drop him in.
But yeah, I am going with Ronda Rousey to beat Charlotte because she didn't. There's no way that they brought her back to lose back-to-back matches because she lost at WrestleMania in stupid fashion. So yeah, I think this is where Ronda will win the belt. And the sad thing is, I don't really care. I'm the same with you. I don't really care about this feud anymore. I didn't like the build going in.
It was good to start.
I didn't really like the build going into WrestleMania. I thought it was the same as you. I was like, I just don't really care. And I guess they had they have a beat the clock challenge last night? Who could make the and yet Ronda won by like 2 or 3 seconds. And wow, yeah, great. Okay, yeah, Ronda to win because I can't see her losing back-to-back matches. Yeah, and then maybe Charlotte takes some time off and Ronda keeps the SmackDown Women's Championship probably till maybe WrestleMania next year. That's my guess. But yeah, maybe she'll face Becky in a big rematch from WrestleMania 35. That's maybe we'll see. But yeah, okay. Then moving on to the final match, well, as of right now, the final match, but maybe there'll be a few more as of next week. But yes, we have a 6-man tag team match. Now on Wikipedia, it does say it's for the Universal SmackDown Tag Team and Raw Tag Team Championship, but apparently it's been confirmed that isn't the case. I think someone just added that in. So anyway, yeah, I think it's just a 6-man tag team match. But yes, so we have RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle with and Drew McIntyre. Yes. Going up against the Bloodline, yes, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso with Paul Heyman. So this was meant to be a tag team match for both tag team belts between RK Bro and the Usos, and the winner gets unifies the tag team belts, just like Roman did at WrestleMania when he beat Brock. But now it's not that. That's not the case. I had a contract signed last night or something, and Roman got involved, and Drew got involved, and yeah, here we are. It's the 6-man tag team match now. And Laura, I'll let you start. Who's winning?
I think my decision's probably everyone can guess mine, but my head is saying it's going to be the Usos, and the Bloodline is just going to go from strength to strength and continue to just take over WWE and everything, and it's going to carry on. But I can't. RK Bro is just got a special place in my heart. To be fair, the chemistry between them two is something I've not seen in a tag team for a very long time, and they're just so strong at the moment, and I just want to see them just keep winning and just keep winning. But it's going to have to come to an end at some point. And then with Roman and Drew being involved as well, I just don't see how RK Pro could win. But then with it being Randy's 20 years, then whether they kind of use this as something to stamp it in as I don't know. I'm going to say RK Bro. Standard, Laura.
RK Bro and Drew, you got them to win.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen because one of the Usos could get pinned. Obviously, Roman's not going to get pinned, but I assume one of the Usos, if they were going to win, the Usos could get pinned. But that still counts as a loss for Roman, and I don't think they're going to do that. So I think it's pretty straightforward. I'm going with the Bloodline. Yeah, I think because I just think they want Roman and the Usos to have all the belts. So even though this match isn't for the belts, but okay, even if this does get changed and it's announced it's for the belts, then I think the Bloodline will still win because they want the Usos with all the belts. Roman's got 2 belts.
That's great, isn't it?
It's just such a dominant faction. And of course, we know probably Roman's next feud is going to be Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell, because I wanted Drew going up against Roman for like a year and a half. I know we had some Survivor Series.
It might be finally happening.
I know it is because they had a face to face and a little Drew suplex Roman out the ring. So that's pretty much confirming. I think after this match, we're going to get Drew and Roman at Hell in a Cell. Yes. So I can't go for that match because I wanted Drew and Roman for ages. So as of this match, the Bloodline to win. But I don't really care now because it's not for the belts. It doesn't feel as important because whoever wins, it's not the belts aren't on the line. So, but if they are, then that's that. It makes it feel a bit more important, I think, when the Usos win the belts. So yeah, should be a very fun 6-man tag team match for sure.
It'll be a good match. It'll be a highlight.
And that's everything for WrestleMania Backlash. We've covered the 6 matches. I do think more matches will be announced. Maybe Sasha and Naomi will defend the women's tag team belts, but maybe not. I don't know. Austin Theory could defend the US title against Mustafa Ali, maybe.
Are we going to see a Vince McMahon return?
Oh God, that was so funny at WrestleMania, man. Oh God, no, I think that was definitely a one-off.
That was a one-off.
I mean, I might get Ricochet defending the IC belts against someone. I think he defended it against who was it? Jinder Mahal's lackey last night. What's his name? Shanky, I think. But I don't care. if Vince doesn't care about those belts, why should we? So yeah, So that is everything for WrestleMania Backlash. We hope you all enjoy it. Of course, it's next Sunday, or next Saturday for us. Next Saturday, like 1 in the morning or something. But but in America it's Sunday, I think. So okay. Well, thank you all for watching, guys. Thank you for joining me, Laura. It's been a pleasure as always. So yes, I'll be back. Prediction radio wise, we're back with Callum for Hell in a Cell in May. May or late May, yeah. So that's in early June, Hell in a Cell. So and then Money in the Bank. I'm hoping. I know. Fingers crossed. I keep saying this and it never happens, but I'm hoping the 4 of us can come back for Money in the Bank. Because Money in the Bank's in July, and that's like one of the big. I think that's one of the big shows now, Money in the Bank. So I'm hoping me, you, Liam, and Callum can all do Money in the Bank together in July. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
And we'll hope you all enjoy WrestleMania Backlash.